Alright, so today I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I wanted to go over what is, in my opinion, the best PvP team for every festival character in the game, and play with them in ungeared, just one match each, or else the video would be like 50 minutes long. And again, just based on what I think it is, for the most part, and I'm not counting options like using them in the back. If I use them in the back, then it makes no sense. They have to be in the front, or else some of these units' teams would be just a good team and then they're in the back. No, it's like their best possible team in the front. And just because a unit is in a team doesn't mean that they can't also be another team. For example, we're going to start with the first festival in the game, of course, Lost Vein. We're going to go from release dates. So the first festival ever was Lost Vein Meliodas. And this would be, I think, his best team, except the CC food. Just because Lost Vein just can't compete in any other way other than if you get his ultimate. So this would be, to me, his best team. And we're going to be using Margaret, but just because this is Lost Vein's best team doesn't mean it's Margaret's best team because she's here. This is Lost Vein's, and Margaret is a part of it just because she's a good complement. This could have been great Gowther as well. I just felt like Margaret is a better unit because then we can actually have good DPS without having to ult. But yeah, we're going to start with Lost Vein. We're going to progressively, of course, get better and better. Yeah, for the most part. So it will be getting easier and easier to win the matches. This match we already won. Simply because there's nothing he can do about Lost Vein. And there's just nothing he can do about Lost Vein here. Just absolutely nothing. And about me just buffing with Margaret. So I think this will be Meliodas' best team. Because his cards just don't output enough damage these days. Against, you know, like let's say Ban, for example, or Margaret. And he takes a lot of damage. If he takes like a Ban attack, he's dead. It's just, those are the factors really. For me to just say the Lost Vein just has to ult to be able to compete, but it's okay. He's an old unit. He's really old at this point. So like, for the fact that I'm winning against a newish team, it's already good for him. So let's move on to the second festival in the game. Oh, maybe I haven't won yet. This is the one seems to be getting the ultimate. I did though, but let's move on to the second festival in the game, which is Goddess Liz, which is actually quite a hard one for me because Goddess Liz hasn't been the most active unit as of recent. Not much use for her. Mostly you use her in the back, really. So I'm gonna have to think hard what I actually want, what I actually think her best team is. And she's Margaret cards. But it shouldn't be too hard. So for Goddess Liz, I sort of had to choose between Green Gowther Asking or Goddess Liz or Mono Blue. And I'm going with Mono Blue simply because I feel like the team of Green Gowther, Goddess Liz, the one, gets absolutely shredded by a lot of other teams these days. So I don't think it's really that viable anymore. Like, the Margaret, the one team is quite decent, right? No knock on the one specifically, but if you're using Goddess Liz as well, you're just going to be liking DPS. So that's my reasoning for it. Like, we're facing Gowther, which is a really bad opponent for me. Like, a terrible opponent. So hopefully we can win. We got defense food for Tarmio. Which will hopefully mean we can one-shot. We can't one-shot Merlin, but, you know. You know. He's going to see you. It's terrible for me because especially Goddess Liz gets 100% sealed by one card from Gowther. Like, it's not even funny. 100% sealed. She can't do anything. She can't shield, she can't stun, she can't do anything. She can ult, I guess. But, you know. Let's go with this Let's combine Goddess Liz cards, because why not? This he's gonna freeze my Tarmio. It's not even a question. The question is, does he have two freezes so he can freeze my Margaret, or will he seal me with Gowther? That is the real question. He's gonna seal me with Gowther, okay. It's just a terrible team for me to face. Two green units. Gowther absolutely destroys me in every single sense. Plus he's freezing. Terrible team for me to face. Oh my god. Is he 6'6" by any chance? I'm assuming he is. He is, of course he is. I'm gonna waste this Goddess Liz card. Like all these cards I'm losing. So I'm gonna waste this as well for ultimate gauge. But he's 6'6", so I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume that he's gonna do a lot of damage. If he would be so kind to not seal me again next turn, that would be fantastic. But yeah, this team, the moment Gowther came out, this team died. It just, there was no recovery for them. Goddess Liz is very outdated, you know. You don't see Goddess Liz anymore. The most you see of Goddess Liz these days is her in the back. I don't have a takeoff ultimate gauge, are you joking? I didn't get, from all those cards, I didn't get a single takeoff ultimate gauge or stun. That's crazy. I mean, I got one stun card, but I need the second one. No cleanse either if he freezes my Goddess Liz. Just a terrible team for me to face. That's insane. Yeah. No cleanse. Even if I had, he double freezed me. Absolutely terrible matchup, but Goddess Liz just isn't what she used to be anymore, so that's a good thing actually. By the way, the other team I mentioned for Goddess Liz, the Escanor one, would also absolutely get destroyed by the team I faced. But this is Festival King, the third Festival unit to ever come out, and this would be his best team. King with Hendrickson, but also with Festival Gowther and Zeldris in the back. Also, by the way, since we're already here, I mentioned Zeldris is a bit of a weird one. I would never actually say he's good to be as a front unit, but he's a fantastic back unit because of his support. So you'll take that as you will. For his team, again, I'm going to be using him in the front when we get to him, but he is much better off in the back. So we got Green Gowther, Kyo, Monspeed team. And we're going to be doing this. Unfortunately, no. See, right now would be a fantastic time to face Margaret, because I would absolutely obliterate Margaret. But of course we don't. So of course we don't. Matchup, I feel like PvP, on PvP they know like what units you want and don't want to face. They must. They always match you up with the worst possible matchups. And it's 100% on purpose. So we're going to be doing this. King will heal a very good amount from this. So that's good. And Gowther is going to lose the ult. Oh, he only had one kill card. Gowther had the ultimate, but he was going to lose the ultimate gauge. Because he had the 3 debuffs on him. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't face a Margaret here. Again, Margaret would be a fantastic unit for me to face. Simply counting on the fact that it would be absolute domination. But it's okay. I'm not salty, you're salty. I'm definitely not salty. Well, it's done. This team is actually good. Like, unironically, this team is actually good. I would be obliterated by Ban ungeared with this team, but we're playing ungeared. And this is the thing that matters. We're playing ungeared. And on ungeared, I'm actually not so sure. Maybe. Bond is just on a different level, but you know, King outperforming Goddess Liz. Nah, it wasn't even fair. I literally got the worst matchup possible for Goddess Liz. I would have re-recorded the match if I wasn't just doing one match for each character. But to be fair, the Mono Blue team, or any Goddess Liz team really is just very outdated at this point. Alright, let's move on to the next festival. Alright, so next up is the one Escanor. And some of you might even be like, whoa, I completely forgot that the one Escanor came out after, right, that was the next unit right after Festival King. The one Escanor is very old. He's a very old unit at this point. And this is, I believe, to be his best team. You don't really see the one in any other teams, really, because the one sort of needs the rank ups. He is a DPS only unit with no other utility. Like, that's what he is. And when he came out, he was the best. He was just the best. So this is still what he is. He's just a DPS unit, Ooga Booga. And that's what you need to treat him as. And we faced a mono red team. It couldn't be more perfect. I kind of want to go for Kyo first. We're going to rank up Margaret. We're going to do this. And we're going to... Actually, I want to attack Terry. Because I can cleanse the Ignites. Oh my god. I put Merlin as a link instead of Sariel. Because in general, I mean, Sariel Link, you're going to see more damage, but Merlin Link, you're going to see more consistency. So that's what I went for, which is more consistency. Okay. Didn't get a rank up, unfortunately. That's what I was hoping I was going to get. But it's okay. What we're going to do here is... Oh, Margaret took a lot of damage because she was a lord. We're going to actually go for Kyo. And I think this will kill Terry, this level 3. Oh no, her stats are lowered. I should have gone for Terry. Should make sure to kill. Well, at least we're going to kill Kyo. Level 1, by the way. If it was level 3, it would have been like 300k. Yeah, if her stats weren't lowered by Terry, it would have been a kill. It's okay, though. Sariel really combined cards like that. I hate this game so much, you have no idea. Sariel had like 3 ultimate gauge. And he combined like 7 cards when I killed Kyo. That's unfortunate. So unfortunate. That one can still like solo. Oh, never mind. He got his stats lowered, so he's gonna die. Oh. So unlucky. Yeah, look at that. He got the level 3 cards for free. That's so unlucky, bro. That is actually so unlucky. It's okay. We still have Margaret. That is so unlucky. Margaret still carries, because I mean, Margaret is the real festival in this team. Don't be deceived. The one is here for the ride, okay? Margaret is a real festival. So unlucky. Anyways, that was the one's best team. Would get absolutely demolished by Gowther, by the way. Not even a chance, but it is the one's best team. Alright, so for Assault Meli, I feel like there's 2 builds you could go for. You could go for Chandler Sigurd, or you can go for Chandler and Cusack. I'm going for Chandler Sigurd because I'm reserving Cusack for his actual part. So this time we're going to go with Sigurd. So this would be Assault. I actually think this is actually better than with Cusack. Cusack is good on his own merit. I think Cusack is actually better outside of Assault Meli. So maybe I won't use Assault Meli for him. But this is what I would use. And it's more because a lot of times when you're using Assault Meli, your enemy is trying... This is a bot. But majority of the time, your enemy is trying their absolute hardest. And I mean their absolute hardest to not let you get buffs, right? Should just not attack you. And Sigurd Sigurd with Chandler sort of bypasses that, because you can snatch them with Sigurd and then disable Margaret, for instance, so they can't cleanse. So it sort of bypasses it. A lot of times you're still not going to be able to. It's just how it is. And I use dodge food. You can go with dodge food. You can go dodge food, you can go with old food. You can go with any food, really. Oh, he's using Esteros in the back, so it says that full... what's it called? The full stance immune team. Okay. Meli's stats are being lowered by Terry. Terry's really good. I really love the KOF collab. I think that both KOF collabs have been like fantastic collabs just in general. And we're gonna kill Terry, hopefully. Very nice. Not just on the units, I feel like also a lot on the collab itself. The aspect of the collab itself. They just dropped more stuff than usual. Like giving a holy relic to every KOF character and like super easy to get was fantastic. I hope they do that for every returning collab. For Slime, which we've all been waiting for its return. Hopefully one day will actually happen, but for Slime, when it eventually hopefully returns, and even ReZero, if ReZero ever comes back and Emilia gets a holy relic, that'll be deleting game time. I don't know. Alright, so next up is Merlin. And as you can see, I'm using Gowther, and I really just like that person I faced when I was using Goddess Liz. But this is, I believe, to be Merlin's best team. Not necessarily Gowther's best team, or it could be Gowther's best team. Like this is a contender for also being Gowther's best team. So this could be considered 2-in-1. But I am going to be using a different Gowther team on his part as well, because I want to give a second option as well, which I also think it could be his best team. And if you want to copy this, but you don't have Emilia because she's a more exclusive character, you can switch this for the one. And I would say this also is a contender for the one's best team. But I would say like it's probably the second best one team, or Margaret, or Cusack, or Chandler. I would recommend putting blue just in case you face a red team. And you can see right here I have 2 extra matches from before that I didn't have, and both wins. First because I recorded a match. And in the first turn, the enemy killed Merlin, so I didn't get any footage actually using her, so I was like, okay, let me scrap this recording and record another one. And I played a whole second match against Ban, and won. I forgot to click record. Oh, another Ban. I forgot to click record, which is fantastic. Did you know I make this for a living, and I still do shit like this? The stupid never leaves you. You can grow to think you're not stupid, but the stupid will never leave you. It's insane. I face another bomb, which is terrible for Merlin, but you know, it's what we got. On PvP, you can't just pick what opponent you're gonna face, right? You get what you get. So we're gonna, just like I said, right? This is why, you know, we have 2 greens, but I would recommend your third unit to always be blue. So either Emilia, Cusack, Ascanor, Chandler. Chandler not as much, probably Margaret. For this exact reason, right? You don't want to be caught facing Ban and not having a type advantage in against him. It's just how it is, right? You can get absolutely destroyed by Ban. But like Emilia right here is gonna steal the show just because of our opponent, but this is how a team works, right? Units will be better for specific opponents. It is what it is. Certain units will be better for certain opponents, is what I meant. Hopefully this will kill Ban. Actually, would have Gowther done more damage? I don't know. Okay, we will kill Ban with Merlin here. Just because Merlin had only half of her HP, so I wasn't sure if she was gonna do as much damage as Gowther, because he had 3 ultimate gauge by then, 4 with the attack. I don't know if the ultimate gauge counts first or after he attacks, but hey, in any case, we won. So let's move on to the next one, which is Zeldris, actually. Which again, I wouldn't consider Zeldris to be a good front unit. He is a phenomenal unit. Chooses a 4th, but it's okay. We can still make him work. Like he's still a usable unit in the front. Okay, let's make sure that our boy Kyo is dead. Yeah, those ignites are very annoying. The lowering damage, especially with the Holy Relic, where one of your characters is gonna have more ignite than the other, is very annoying. Alright, let's move on. Alright, Zeldris is not a character you want to use in the front. Okay, let's get this said beforehand. He's not a character you want to use in the front at all. He's a fantastic 4th, but you don't want to use him in the front. So I'm gonna use him with Assault Meli, and Cusack. Actually, do this. And Cusack. This is still quite decent because you get Cusack's passive, doubled out because 2 of your characters are really utilizing it. Although Meli can still use it if he doesn't crit, but it's more guaranteed that Zeldris will take effect from it. Oh, look at that. It's more guaranteed that Zeldris will actually take effect from it over Cusack. I'm sorry, over Meli. He's going for the classic. I have dodge food though. He's actually attacking me. This is so strange. That is so strange. Okay. Well, I hope you didn't use all your take off ultimate gauge cards. If he's going first, he either has CC food or he's a whale. Because I have, of course, all my characters maxed out. So he also has all his characters maxed out. He really wants to kill my Cusack. Relax. I will crit, unfortunately, but hopefully somehow I don't. Okay, let's do this, actually. Yeah. So I said, like, Zeldris can take actually more use from Cusack's passive. I didn't use Zeldris' card because I actually want... he's using the exact same team as me. So he either had CC food or he's a whale. Just like me, because he out-CC'd me. I have Naga a single Zeldris card. Just letting you know. Fantastic stuff. Got Meli's ultimate, thank you very much. But in any case, I would say, you want to use Zeldris in the back. I didn't get a single Zeldris card this whole match. That is so unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Like, with Merlin, I wanted to restart because, like, I also had no use of her, just like I am with Zeldris here. But I'm not gonna redo Zeldris just because, again, I feel like Zeldris is a 4th unit. You don't want to use him in the front at all, anyways. So there's no point to it. But, well, hopefully, my next few recordings won't be like this. Alright, so next up is Ban, and with Ban, there's a few combinations. I am going with the Kyo team, because I feel like, especially with the Holy Relic, this team is actually probably Ban's best team, especially non-geared. But if you want to go for a full HP gear, on like geared especially, if you want to go for that, especially because on geared you can actually use the card set that will give our units more HP. You can go with Twigo in the front and then Grimoire in the back, red Grimoire. But I feel like for this, this team would be best, just because the ignites are fantastic, and it's going to increase your damage done, and you're going to lower the damage the enemies do. And just in general, I feel like this would be the best, especially for ungeared, which is what we're doing, right? But the Twigo in the front and Grimoire in the back is also a really good option. Or you could just change Kyo for a lot of other red characters and still work. Like Red Slater, the new Red Slater is also fantastic. And so is the older Red Slater as well. So Ban has a lot of options. Ban definitely has a lot of options. This would be my favorite one though. Kyo just looks... Kyo looks... As much as I want to say that he looks sick, he also looks very strange. With the devilish cosmetic. Okay. Let's go put up another one of these, and we're gonna put up the HP. So my Arthur has no chance of dying. Nice, we got Kyo's level 3 as well. I mean, Ban is such an overplayed team at this point. It's like, you know how he works. You know how he works. You know what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna absolutely demolish them. Okay, let me target Gowther for Keel's attack here. The ult should kill Chandler. If it doesn't, Ban will. And then Kyo plus Ban's attack should kill Gowther. Yeah, the ignites. Plus the fact that he had max ult gauge. Okay, Ban, arguably the best team in the game. So, it was expected to be like this. Let's just continue, okay? We're almost done, actually. I mean, I don't know how long the video is because I'm not keeping track. But there's a good amount of festivals, but you know, you wouldn't think like, oh, Ban feels like a very recent character, but I'm basically like in the middle. He feels like a very recent character, but in truth, he released what, in May? So it's been months since this guy came out. Months, I say. And he's still, I mean, I'll say he's still really good. There was a phase where, you know, Margaret was like objectively better than Ban in every way. But Ban's Holy Relics didn't allow Margaret's range to continue. Once Margaret's gets a Holy Relic and is like as good as Ban's, it's over. It's over. Alright, now we are at Margaret, which is Margaret with Chandler. I would say is the best team for Margaret. Let me actually do this. I would say is the actual best team for Margaret. You have Chandler's Disabling, which is very good. And you got Margaret's DPS, basically. And that's all that you need. I was going to put Death Pierce in the back, but it is a little more safe to use Ban. But it's either or. Either I would use Ban in the back or Death Pierce, just for the sake of Death Pierce's lowering. Okay, he got a combined card for Ban, which means that he's gonna get the ult turn 1. So we're gonna lower his ultimate gauge with Gowther. Seal Easton from cleansing and seal Ban from blue carding. If you can get a level 3 damage reduction from Margaret, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Oh, we can even go... we can even go for a counter for Chandler as well. Okay. How's his ultimate level looking? 6-6, of course. Let's rank up Margaret. I'm gonna put up a counter. Go level 3 with Margaret. And hopefully next time we get more attack cards for Margaret. If not, we lost. That's just how it's gonna be. That's simply just how it's gonna be. So let's see. We did not. So yeah. That's not looking good. Okay. This is literally all I can do. I just simply got no cards for Margaret. That's very unfortunate. He's gonna cleanse the Disable, but at least that's a card that he's gonna have to use. We're playing ungeared, so Bon doesn't... Bro, can I get good cards? Like, can I get Margaret's attack cards? I got Did I get 0? I got 0, right? I got 0 Margaret attack cards the whole match. The only one I got was the guaranteed one. Unfortunate stuff. But if you think this is over, you would most certainly be incorrect. We still got Bon, which, as you might know, is a broken unit. Even if I had Death Pierce, I didn't get a single Margaret attack card the whole match, so I couldn't even like kill him at all. If I had got a rank up another level 1, I would have killed him, because I would rank up level 3, level 2, that would have been a kill, easy. It is what it is. Alright. Let's hope he doesn't have a take-off ultimate gauge. To be fair, it's another team that I would consider to be a little bit outdated at this point. I would not say the Margaret team is like a really good team these days. Because if you face Gowther or Bon, you're screwed. If you face other Margarets, you're kind of banking on going first. I got level 3 HP, full stacks of my passive, and he has buffs on him, so... Wow, really? His Bon survived with 1 HP. You're joking. You're joking. Well, hopefully that means that I'm gonna also survive with 1 HP. And then full heal with my blue card. Okay. Now, does this mean that on Margaret's best team, the best asset is Bon? Well... No, but Bon is very good, as you might know. That blue card he put up was very, very, very good for me, because now that guarantees me to win. Because now I'm going to do double damage regardless. I was gonna say, if he combined cards, I'd be very sad, but he still wouldn't kill me. Because I have no buffs. Well, I have no blue card this time, but he has less HP and no HP buffers. Well, I'm gonna take that. You know what? I didn't want to cut any matches. You can see I'm in a streak. I didn't want to cut any matches from the video, except the ones I couldn't record really with Merlin. I'm gonna take that. That was Margaret's best team. Screw it. Alright, so moving on to Cusack. I would say there are actually 2 teams that you can actually use with Cusack. I would say here on the ungeared, because there's a lesser amount of bonds, even though we just faced so many bonds in this video at this point. But there's a lesser amount of bonds, you can go with Assault Meli. But on geared, if you know, are gonna face those bonds, because geared is plagued with bonds, you can use him with Green Gowther, the festival one, and either Emilia or Merlin. And you can really go to town Bon with that team. Okay, thank God we didn't use that, because I would have got screwed here. Let's just go with this first and foremost. Disable him from sealing. Dragon Claw. Although, the first thing he would do, and that's what everyone does, is to go for the disable, and I have dodge food. So, yeah, disabling there was kind of useless. This is a bot, as you can clearly see. But yeah, disable there was actually kind of useless. Just because of that. So maybe it would have been a better play not to. I'm gonna go for this. Kill the Gowther. It's gonna kill the Gowther? Nah. See, if Cusack's passive worked with the AoE as well, it would have killed Gowther. I don't know, I'm not as much of a hater of Cusack as I used to be, just because bonds are so prevalent, but if you're not facing bond, I don't think Cusack's that great. If you are facing bond though, he's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The amount of DPS you can dish with him on Ban is insane. And Bans are, again, on gear, the most prevalent team in the game. Right? Here on ungeared is not the same story. Again, I have faced quite a bit at this point. Quite a bit of Bans at this point, but... Again, not the same ballpark as geared. Also, last match made it sound like Margaret is pretty bad. It's just... Bro, I just got so unlucky with my cards, it's not even funny. And Ban was there for the rescue. Can't go wrong with Ban though. You just simply can't. Alright, let's move on. Next up is Festival Gowther. So we're done, basically. Not bad. Alright, so we're the last one, we're Gowther. And like I said, Gowther, you could take the Grey Merlin team I said, and that would be the best one for Gowther as well. But I wanted to also bring up this one. Merlin and Kyo. Doesn't have to be Kyo. You could go with a different unit, but I really like Kyo. You could actually go with Ban if you really want. You can go with Chandler, you can go with Cusack, you can go with the One. This time you can actually diversify what typing you have because you're already using a blue unit. So just the principle being Gowther and Merlin. You can go even with, oh man, he would actually not be so bad, huh? Because you got the attack buff pretty much guaranteed. Slater is fantastic. So this one is very, diverse for what could be this slot. I quite like this team. I quite like abusing Blue Merlin for the pain and suffering of my enemies. And, I don't know, like use Blue Merlin, use Emilia, and all of a sudden you're the worst person in the world. So that's fantastic. And yeah. Okay. We got a full KOF lineup. Alright, let's see how good this will be. I'm gonna go straight for Terry. Just because his counters can be very annoying. They can be very annoying. Also, I don't know. I like the Kyo, but these cards are mostly useless. Like, I'm only using him for the passive. I think maybe you could switch Kyo definitely for Cusack or someone else. Kyo is definitely the least important unit here, but I still really like him. Let's go with this. This will probably kill Terry, and then we're attacking Yagami afterwards. Will it kill Terry? Wow, not even close. Yeah, you can definitely switch Kyo. You can definitely switch Kyo, but you know he can still do good damage. It's just in a general sense, those cards are. Kyo has increased card rates. Like, I swear he does. I've been saying this for a while now, and it's like literally every time I use Kyo, my hands is full of Kyo cards. I just used what 6 Kyo cards because I combined cards and stuff, and I just got 6 more. I don't get it. I don't get it. He has to have increased card rates. He got another one! He has to have increased card rates. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. He has to have increased card rates. There is no way he doesn't. I'm so serious about this. I am so serious. Like, he has to have increased card rates. Like, you know how much better a Merlin cards right now would be? So much better. than Kyo cards. Like, an absurd amount better. But I swear to God, he has increased card rates. Well, we're still done, so... More Kyo cards. We're still done, but... That's it. Thank you guys for watching. And, yeah. Festival units, am I right, fellas? What even are festival units? Know what I mean? What is a festival? If not just a party, you know? What can and can't be a festival? Know what I mean?